The Martini. A mystery. Until now. Today on Better Drinks, we're demystifying the Martini. The Martini, perhaps more than any other cocktail, is deeply, deeply personal and requires the drinker to go on a journey of self-discovery to find the Martini that perfectly suits them. It's taken me years, and honestly, I'm still searching. But I'm gonna give you some formulas to play with to find your perfect Zen and find your perfect Martini. So, when building a Martini, it's important to remember that the total volume of liquid that you want to start with in your mixing glass is going to be 3 ounces. And the journey that you're going to go on is figuring out how much of that ratio is going to be gin or vodka and how much of that ratio is going to be either vermouth or olive brine. So, for vodka martini, for a dirty vodka martini, a perfectly dry vodka martini would just be 3 ounces of vodka. Now, just back that ratio down depending on how dirty you like it. If you want a super, super dirty vodka martini, maybe do a full ounce of olive brine and 2 ounces of vodka. For a standard martini, I'll do like a ½ ounce of brine and 2½ ounces of vodka. You know, just adjust accordingly. Today I'll make you a fairly dirty martini. So it's gonna be 3/4 ounce of the brine from Castelvetrano olives. That's my personal favorite martini olive. They're the big, beautiful green ones. So, 3/4 ounce of brine goes in the mixing glass. Some people will tell you to shake a dirty martini. I don't think a martini should ever be shaken. Please don't shake martinis. It's not nice. Unless your guest specifically asks you to shake it and then they want the ice on the side. You know, some people are like that and they just want that and you have to do it for them. But when you're at home, serving people you love, stir a martini. We're gonna add 2¼ ounces of Absolute Elix vodka. Ice goes in the mixing glass. Ice goes in your coupe. Chill the glass. And give it a stir. Add a little more ice, and keep going. You want to stir until the exterior of the glass is frosty, and the beverage is absolutely freezing cold as you can possibly get it. Strain into your chilled coupe. And garnish with 3 olives, preferably on a pick. The only acceptable number of olives is 1 or 3. Do not hand me a pick with 2 olives. Let's give it a taste. Tastes like a dirty martini, but still better drinks. All right, now that we've gotten vodka martinis out of the way, let's talk about my all-time favorite drink, gin martinis. So, we're still operating within that 3 ounce realm of total volume in the mixing glass. Now that could be entirely gin. You go 3 ounces of Plymouth. That's a delicious martini. Little on the boozy side for me. You could go as high as 1.5 ounces of Lillet or dry vermouth in the drink and 1.5 ounces of gin. That's a 50-50 martini. And it's lovely and bright and refreshing and gorgeous. And it's perfect on a summer day. But it's about finding the ratio of gin to vermouth that you like and finding the spirit that is the perfect one for you. You know, if you want something with a little more floral, a little more like funky complexity, Monkey 47 could be perfect. If you want a straight ahead, austere London dry, very classic, Beefeater's perfect. Today, we're gonna make a Plymouth gin martini in a very classic ratio, 5-to-1. So, When people say 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1, it sounds a little scary, like, oh geez, like I gotta do math now? But it's just a simple ratio. Think about it this way. The total amount that you're using is 3 ounces. So if you were to divide that into 6 parts, 5 of those parts would be a total of 2.5 ounces, and 1 part would be a half ounce. So a 5 to 1 martini is 2.5 ounces of gin and a half ounce of either Lillet or dry vermouth. So if you like a martini that has a little bit more of a round, fruit-forward profile, Lillet is a perfect choice. If you want a more classic, sort of aromatic martini, dry vermouth is a nice choice. You can really go either way. Both make delicious martinis. I love a Lillet 50-50. I think that's super refreshing. Today, we're gonna make a 5 to 1 Plymouth Martini with dry vermouth. So, a half ounce of dry vermouth goes in the mixing glass, and 2.5 ounces of Plymouth gin. Now is the time to make a choice. Do you want olives in this martini or do you want a twist? Because there's one more component that I like to add to martinis that really sort of rounds everything out and adds an extra layer of complexity: orange bitters. I would never put orange bitters in a martini when someone wanted olives in it, but I love a lemon twist in my martini, so I'm gonna add orange bitters. Just a dash will do ya. All right, let's ice down the mixing glass. All the way to the top with ice. Don't forget to chill your coupe. Give this beautiful martini a stir. Now, because this drink is a little boozier, you're gonna wanna stir it a little longer. Make sure everything's ripping cold. Let's add a couple more cubes and keep going. All right. Strain into your chilled coupe. My mouth is watering. Cut yourself a lemon twist. A note on twists. You can either go the big beautiful route and go all the way around the lemon, but really you only need the oil from what exists right here. You have to be a lot more judicious with the way that you express your twists if you cut the long one, because you don't want too much lemon oil on top of the drink. So, from about between 5 and 8 inches above the glass, you're gonna wanna express a twist over the top so that those oils just rest atop the drink. A wipe around the rim, a wipe on the stem, and drop it right in. This is my ideal martini. I'm in my happy place right now. You know the first time you kiss someone that you're excited about, and that feeling on your lips afterward, and the whole world kind of melts around you? That's the first sip of this martini. I cannot think of a single drink that better emulates the idea of better drinks. So, it doesn't matter if you drink gin martinis or vodka martinis, as long as you remember those golden rules of use 3 ounces of total volume in the mixing glass and balance it to your personal preferences. Find a gin that works for you. Find the vodka that you love. Find the exact perfect olive brine that makes you so happy. Use Lillet. Find a dry vermouth you love. Make it your own. Stir it properly so it's perfectly diluted. Cut a nice twist and make your perfect martini. Thank you so much for watching. Reach out in the comments with your perfect martini recipe, and I'll make a couple of them. See how they are. Might not beat my 5 to 1 Plymouth, but we'll see. Thanks so much. This has been Better Drinks.